Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 86 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. As you noticed, I didn't play my intro today. I didn't get to fix it yet. And so instead of making you watch something that is broken, I might as well jump straight to the show, which is what I did. Let's start with the progress report. As you can see, my net worth plus that of the corporation is now at 183.7 billion ISK. If we look at the progression here, you can see that there is not much progression compared to last week. And if we go at the detail here, you can see that basically we climbed about 2.5 billion. A chunk of the progression is actually Tanak, who got about 2.7 billion over, which is not normal because I didn't do that much. I ratted a little bit, and that's about it. So it shouldn't have been something. Probably that it's a value of item that I was holding or stuff like that, because I should have progressed a little bit, but I expected like something like 1 billion, not that much. I did have somebody that used my referral link, so I'm making 300 mil each time in Cerebral Accelerator, but that's about it. The corp is down a little bit. Again, that shouldn't be the case. So what I'm guessing is that maybe that when I did the number the week before, I had a contract or I had stuff that I was transferring that wasn't seen right away by the GV asset. Anyway, that's the progression here. So it's basically not a big week financially, but no big loss either. So we should be we're a little more ahead than we were before. That's pretty much it for the financial part. Now let's go in the HR, and this is the exciting stuff. We are now at the 304 member. If you remember last week we were at 286. It is because our recruitment is now open and fully functional, so we do have more member coming in, which is actually pretty cool. We're getting new people that are on com, that are active. So we basically hit the bottom, and now we're in terms of membership. And now we're climbing back up, which is pretty good because we did multiple member cleanup, so the people that are there now are actually people that are active. We will still get normal attrition like we have in any video game, but now we're back on. We did like a good progression in terms of active member this week, which is pretty exciting because it means that the corp is now back on track to growing again, which is very, very, very exciting for all the team. So that's it for the HR part. I did get some question about people that wanted to join their corp in the alliance, and I will say it again. I will not be taking a personal corp or corp with you and your buddy and 2 member as a member corp in the alliance. There is just too much overhead to make it worthwhile. So we are looking, if we're looking to integrate an alliance corporation in the alliance, it has to be at least 10 active player, not member player. It has to be worthwhile for us, or else we'll just integrate member into Guns R Us, which is what we are shooting for at this point. So that's it for the HR. War part. We had one big coalition fight this week on Monday in Ahbazon, where we actually got to fight NSH. So this is the battle report. It was great victory for the coalition. You can see that we had a little more than 6 people, but many of our members like to play Logi, so they don't usually show up on those battle report. It was like a very good fight for the coalition. We were there in Serb. I got unlucky and got blapped off the field pretty quickly by tornado. That locked me before I had time to pop my ADC. I was down. But all in all, it was a very fun fight, and went very well for Wrecking Crew. So that was the big battle of the week. Aside from that, in our pocket, like I told you, we are always getting these little fights. So the few battle report that I can show you, we are undocking. When people get in pocket with engageable fleet, we are undocking and we are fighting them. So we do get these little fights almost daily. We don't even have to roam for them. People roam to us. So that was pretty interesting. Some good PvP all week. If you look at the overview, we're still at 42% dangerous, but we're doing pretty stable. Though we're not great PvPer, but we are eager PvPer that will undock, and we'll undock and we'll fight, and we're having fun for that, and which is the most important part. Personally, Tanak, I'm still at 25% dangerous. I did get like a good week. Obviously, I did lose a Gila about a week ago, and I think that I already told you last week. And this is the Serb that I lost on the fleet to at the beginning of the battle. I got shot. But so that's pretty much it for the war report. Now, what we're really working on right now is industry, and this is our setup in the pocket is getting better week after week. So what I told you last week is that we had reaction and research in the pocket. We added another service, so we now have invention in the pocket too. For T2 ship, so we can do our own T2 blueprint in pocket. So we basically have every service running at this point, and we're starting to add more rigs. So we do have a reaction rig for material efficiency. We do have rigs for advanced components. So we are building, we are working right now on setting up a rig production line for T2 ship, so that we can get an null-sec bonus for T2 ship production. So you're talking about maximum refining on the Moonwhore, and then another 4% on the reaction, and then another 5% on the component. And what we want to add this week is another 5% for the final product. So at every step, you're getting efficiency. So your end product, especially in a long production line like a T2 ship, you're getting you're combining all these bonuses to get a very good margin in the end. So that's our goal for this week. We are right now we're up to component. We got the rigs and we have the production chain, and people have started producing a component in the pocket. So that's pretty good. The other big news that we have is we started building our own Fortizar. We wanted a Fortizar to set up our market hub, and what we decided to do was actually make it a core project and build a fort as an alliance, just so that we get the fun of living in the structure that we built. Is it the most efficient? Well, we're saving about, once we did the math, we're saving about 2 billion on the cost, but it's going to take longer, obviously. We're doing it mostly because we wanted something to do as a corp, which is like a big project like that. Running that as a corp, it's an achievement. So we're doing that mostly for fun. And obviously we wouldn't do it if we would lose money for it. So we're making money, but we're doing it mostly because of the fun of being able to live in the structure that we built ourselves. So that's pretty cool. What else? Well, for the alliance, that's pretty much it. It's been like a week where it's growth and member, better industrial setup, but it's like a slow progression week. It's like that. We're in a good place right now to slowly grow, to crab a little bit, and while still having fun. So the game is in a good place for actively playing it and for just like daily stuff, but there's no big political. It's not like when you're in a war, or like a large scale war or something where you got like stuff to say every day. But we do have stuff to do, but it's not as eventful. The big news, obviously, we're watching the outside world. We're watching the Pappy in full route mode, yeah, and the Imperium pushing back. We are expecting that we'll get in the area, we're expecting that we'll get refugees, either people looking for a new home or people looking for a new home, either with their corp and aggressively trying to get space, or getting out because they're mad at their leadership or something and looking for a new home as a place to play. We'll see how it turns out. So I'm expecting like the next few weeks to be to have some stuff that will happen with like echoes of the war going all the way to here. So that's pretty much it for like outside political stuff. Again, we're part of a coalition, so I do have, I wouldn't say less diplomatic flexibility, but a little bit, because we're aligning our foreign policy with the coalition, which is what you do when you're part of a larger group. So it does make a lot of sense to follow the lead of the coalition there. Aside from that, what I'm doing with my own characters is I'm pushing again, trying to keep moving forward to maxing out my Tengu, which I'm getting close to. Well, I still have the Caldari Strategic Cruiser, which is going to be a long train, but for the rest of the subsystem, I should be good in 3 days. And that's pretty much it. I personally, in game, I'm in a weird spot right now because I'm having a lot of fun as the Alliance CEO, making sure that I was there to help pull the Alliance through after we fell, after our failed invasion in Geminate. I wanted to make sure that we avoid fail cascade, and I was there for rebuild. And I think that at this point right now we are in a solid path toward rebuilding, so this is good. And I'm having a lot of fun, like being on chat with the guy and doing stuff. But in game, as me as a player, I'm in a weird place because I'm not a guy that gets turned on like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna fly this new ship or stuff like that. A little bit, but I mean there's no ship I'm looking forward to flying. There's no stuff I'm looking forward to building. There's like, I'm just playing day to day and to have fun with the guys, but I'm lacking kind of personal goal, I would say, in the game. My goal was to grow the alliance, save and grow the alliance, which is what I'm doing. But I don't have any goal regarding to my gameplay in game, what I'm doing, which is in a weird place, because I'm logging in to do social stuff with the crew and play CEO. More than play the game. Actually, I do. I mean, I rat. I go on PvP fleet. I do join the group, but I don't have the ambition of becoming like an FC. I don't have the ambition of being a great PvPer. I could start aiming for a carrier to do carrier riding, maybe. I could start. One of the goal I wanted to give myself was maybe get a bridging titan for the alliance, but that would mean probably that would mean training an alt to be able to fly it, and getting a lot of money to to actually pay for it. So that's one thing I could look forward to. But again, that's more a capability for the alliance than stuff that I personally want to achieve in game. I kind of feel that I achieved what I wanted to achieve as a player, and now most of my goal are as an alliance leader. So anyway, that's for me to figure out. Obviously, I'm still having fun with the guys, and I mean, we're hunting people in pocket. We're doing some progression, but the actual spaceship gameplay of Eve was never really what drew me to the game. So at that point, I'm playing for the social aspect of the game, I would say. And I'm playing. I guess I've turned into a meta player, which is okay. I mean, that's one of the few games that does support this type of gameplay very well. So that's pretty much it. Do I have stuff? No, I think that I pretty much covered what happened this week. Like, again, it was a good week, but a slow week. That's pretty much how I would describe it. So anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll keep making these updates, and talk to you next week. Bye bye.